Hey guys, Joe from American Trucks, and today I'm going to be reviewing and installing the Barricade LED fog lights for Barricade Extreme HD front bumpers, fitting all 09 to 17 F-150s. Now this is going to be perfect for F-150 owners who have the Barricade Extreme HD front bumper and are looking to use these light mounts on either side to get some more utility out of their front bumper. This light is a 3-inch cube design. It features 4 5-watt high-intensity Cree LEDs, and they have a color temperature of around 6,000 K. Now that's going to land as a bright white, leaning very slightly toward the blue side. They also have a lifespan of around 30,000 hours. These cube lights are built pretty durable as well. They feature a nice die-cast aluminum housing and a textured black powder coat finish. It also has a nice durable polycarbonate lens right up front, which is going to withstand any impact or rock chip. Together, the housing is IP67 waterproof rated, which means it can withstand up to 1 meter or 3 feet of water for half an hour, which is more than it would ever see on the front bumper of your F-150. Pricing for these lights is going to come in at around 150 bucks. Now that is pretty competitive when looking at the market, but this is the only kit really that comes with the hardware you need to get this mounted up to your Barricade Extreme HD front bumper. So definitely a plus there. You get all the components you need to get these wired up and working as well. And obviously they are sold as a pair and come with a wiring harness. As far as install goes, these are going to be pretty easy. Again, it comes with all the hardware, wiring, it comes with a switch, so definitely pretty easy in terms of lights. We're looking at a 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. Should only take you an hour to get them mated up to your front bumper. So without any further ado, let me show you how it's done. Tools we'll need to get these installed are going to be a 13mm wrench, ratchet, 10mm socket, 8mm socket, and included in the kit is going to be this 5mm Allen key. Now before we do anything, we have to get our bracket attached to our cube light. Now they do give you some hardware and an Allen key to do that. It's pretty easy, but there is a little bit of a trick to it. First off, we're gonna need this bracket, and it does have a cutout in it. You're gonna wanna make sure that that slanted edge is toward the front of the light, and then slide it in between your friends. So once you have your bracket in, you're just going to gently slide a nut down in between the fins. With that nut in there, you can grab the bolt and start threading it through the light and try to catch the threads of that nut. Once you have it started, you can kind of use the shape of the fins to hold that nut still while you tighten down the Allen key. And again, that just needs to be hand tight for now, as that bracket's gonna get some adjustment. Once we have one side in, we can do the same thing for the opposite. Once both of the lights are built, we can grab the rest of our hardware and a 13mm wrench and head over to the truck. So now we can go ahead and put our mounting bolt in place. That's gonna go right through the top of the bracket here. And as you can see on top, there's 2 cutouts there that actually hold it and keep it from twisting while we tighten the nut down, which once we get it slotted into the truck, will look something like this. And that nut on top is a 13mm. But for now, we do have a couple of choices to make. There are 3 mounting positions inside of this bumper here. There's one here, one here, one here. This kit is sold as a pair, so what we're gonna do is one in the middle on either side, but if you wanted to buy a second set, you can run one here, one here. Same thing goes for the other side, and basically run dual on either side. Now we can push our wire through this hole right here and then get our nut started on top and snug that down. Again, it's 13mm, and then we'll do the same thing for the other side. Now before you get that snug down all the way, this bracket does have some left to right movement, and obviously this channel up top has the forward and backwards. And lastly, we're gonna dial in the tilt here as well. Now this is a pretty widespread beam. We can always fine adjust this later on, but that looks pretty good, and it'll hold the light in place while we deal with the wiring. And again, same thing for the other side. Poke the wire through, get that 13mm nut started on top, and dial in the adjustment. So next we're going to work on the included wiring harness. This has a positive and negative that go right onto the battery terminals. This also has a switch that we're going to feed through a safe spot in the firewall. A relay, we're probably just going to hook that up to a nearby ground. And lastly, the 2 quick disconnects for your lights. But first, we're going to get started with the 2 battery terminals. So we're going to start with red first. I have a 10mm socket to loosen up that nut. And same thing for the negative. Now we don't have a ton of wiring space for our relay. I found this ground right here held on with an 8mm bolt works pretty well. Now from there's plenty of ways to wire this. Good rules to live by: stay away from hot components or any moving parts that would otherwise damage the wiring. But with that being said, I went down right behind the battery for that fog light over there, and then ran this one on top of the frame rails. For the switch, I went along the firewall, as you can see, and we're gonna poke that through right here with the main wiring harness. So that big rubber plug right there, I'm just gonna peel back half of it here, just enough to slip our switch through. Now from there, you could reach up and in the driver's side footwell, pull that harness through, and you have just enough room to pull back the tab and mount it up right below the steering wheel. Now all that's left for us to do is manage our cables, plug in our fog lights, and give them a test run. And that is going to do it for my review and install of the Barricade LED fog lights for Barricade Extreme HD front bumpers, fitting all 09 to 17 F-150s. Thank you for watching. I'm Joe. For more videos like this one and all things F-150, please subscribe to American Trucks.